Everyone.
Good morning. We're on the podcast thing.
Now I got to edit again. I asked you not to do that unless you're going to start
If you
editing.
don't want to edit, don't ask me not to do something.
Well, then how about you take over editing and uploading it from now on?
I'll be a good boy from now on.
Yeah, you're lying through your teeth.
I don't have teeth.
Yeah. So did you have a busy weekend?
Yeah, I got to show some property on Saturday. Had a good time doing that, even though it was 104 at the time. Doesn't bother me, bothered my clients. Saw a couple pieces of property. One property thought it was going to be available through Tuesday. It sold Friday, so we didn't look at that.
So what you're saying is things are going because there's not a lot of property.
There's no inventory, as we continue to say, and so things that they're priced
properly
are gone.
Right. Oh, just overprice it and we'll take a counter offer. That's what we'll do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nobody wants to do that.
Well, I was talking to a buddy of mine at the Orange Theory factory.
I don't know. Is that where they make you go in there and they make you again?
They make me an orange, and
that's Orange Julius.
He says he's got a client that's talking about raising the price. They're not getting any activity on these newer construction on the series, and he wants to raise the price. And I'm like, well, that's not the correct way to do things, but oh well.
Well, maybe in their world.
Yeah. You know.
All right. So today, let's see where we at. Bonds are not, going higher. They're going a little bit lower, like 5 basis points. Originally this morning, supposedly we were up 23 basis points. I never saw it. But somebody else said that. I'm like, I didn't see that.
Did you sleep through it?
No, I was up at 5:30.
Oh, maybe it happened.
I set my alarm to get up at 4:30 to go work out, and that it went off, and I'm like, I'm staying here. I got all day. I don't have a wife, so I don't have to worry about it.
Well, you do have a wife.
Yeah,
not have a wife that's in the home right now.
Yeah, so that means I don't have to worry about the other person.
Is she hiking? Is that what she's doing?
Supposedly somewhere in Colorado, they're staying at it's a long story at this person's condo. It's her best friend from high school. Yeah, forever, and they're hiking supposedly.
Cool.
All right, so again, like I said, stocks are trading a little bit higher, and mortgage bonds are not really doing much this morning. We do have a lot of upcoming news this week that could really move the market. Big thing is Federal Reserve rate hike decision on Wednesday. Are they going to raise? Are they not going to raise? It's just a question. Who cares?
What are they going to do?
Who cares?
Yeah, it
doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter anymore. Just let them raise. They're just going to make us go into recession faster.
Which we need to do.
Right. A lot of stuff's coming out this week. We got housing market updates this week. That's coming out on. That's coming out tomorrow. Case Schiller and HFA. Readings they expect those to be showing more appreciation like they've always shown and not going down,
right?
Because the issue is new home sales and pending sales, right? We don't have much of those, so that's the issue, right? We already know these numbers. There was a realtor confidence survey. I'm just really happy.
Realtor confidence survey.
Did I say realtor?
Yeah, you did.
No, I didn't. Did I?
Yeah.
Let me back this up.
Did he?
Realtor. Let me try again. Realtor.
No.
I'm just messing with you. Realtor. Realtor, doctor,
confidence survey indicates.
Well, I'm just glad they got some confidence. That's all I gotta say, guys. I knew you were lacking some confidence there, so you got some back.
Oh, yeah. I do lack the
indicates confidence. Increased activity and rising competition in the real estate market. It was already there.
Yeah.
So here's the survey. Highlights: average number of bids on homes sold has risen from 3.3 to 3.5. So much better. And this is since May 22nd. Percentage of homes sold over list price, which we talked about before, up from 31 to 33%, reaching newest highs since July of 22.
Yeah.
For most places, July of 22 and other areas other than us, that's when they start seeing the numbers going down. And for the next 6 to 8 months before, like Las Vegas, those places, they started hurting then. We didn't see a little change until October.
Was that Las Vegas in 22?
Yes, July of 22. That's when a lot of places other than us saw the change.
Have you talked to Buford lately?
Not well, texting and other stuff. Yeah, some other little.
And their market's rebounded, and they're
so much
dwindling away.
They don't have much. Yeah, they're selling houses again. Homes sold. Let me try this again. Homes sold that were on the market for less than 1 month have gone up to 74%, from 74 to 76. So basically less than a month. That's why I was asking you when you were you have a house on the market and you're going to look at offers. It's been a week.
Yeah.
So that's, again, this is nationwide numbers, not just us locally. We'll get those local numbers on Wednesday.
Yeah. And the only reason we didn't look at offers prior to is the seller was out of town, and I said, I can text you something. She goes, I don't even know how to text. I have an email, but I can barely do that. I said, okay, well, let's meet face to face.
All right. So median days on the market remains flat at 18. So that's on average since May of 22. For us, it's average days on the market. What would you say is our average? A lot less?
It's probably, last time I looked, it was 17 in Stanislaus County, but
Does it really matter?
It doesn't really matter, because really the truth is, if you've got a property that's priced right, you're going to get multiple offers within the first 3 days.
Yeah, price right and a decent location.
Yeah.
Because if it's in a bad location, then
you
you
still
really
might get offers.
just have to really price it much lower.
Yeah.
All right. So this nasty company, Zillow Rent Index.
Wallace.
I only said that because of what they were doing during the boom, where everybody looked in certain areas and they went and bought those houses, fixed them up, and sold them back at a loss. Smart business. But that's what you get for cheating the system.
Yeah, or trying to.
If you're not cheating, you're not winning.
Mm-hmm.
That's according to the military thing. In June, the year-over-year rent growth measured by Zillow Rent Index has slowed from 4.8 to 4.1. Does that mean a big deal? No. In other areas than California, rents are slowing. We're slowing a little bit here, and one of the reasons is we're starting to get more multifamily houses on the market.
Right.
Apartment complexes and stuff were being built. I see a whole bunch of them off the 120 and off the 5 and a bunch of other places being built, that are ready to go.
Yeah.
And that's what we needed. So there's no, like I said, the numbers decreasing because of increasing supply of apartments and stuff, new apartments, not old apartments. Okay, the Fed funds is what we talked about earlier on. They think that this guy, Steve Leisman on CNBC, thinks the Fed's going to do 2 more rate hikes instead of 1. I think they're going to do this time, and then they're going to do it again. Like I said, I don't really care, because I just need them to get to the point where it's over, and that's by pushing it too far.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's coming out on Fed funds is coming out on Wednesday, the Fed statement, what they're going to do. So that's what we're waiting on.
Wow. Okay. Wednesday's
day. That's all right. And again, this Fed fund rate, they want it 2.5, and they're thinking by, did I miss that year? Yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
All right. So Fed funds projections show that they expect core PCE, that's producer confidence expectation, whatever it is, to fall to 2.6% in 2024. We're already at like 2.5, so it's really not gonna, if you look at the overall numbers, we're pretty much there. So long story short, what the Fed does is, I keep saying, it's I don't really care, because we're already there. We're still hurting for what they've done so far, but really they're fixing the system, and you can't blame them for what's going on. There's only one person you can blame for what's going on, and that's the person that stopped the pipeline from the beginning.
Right.
So you figure that one out, and you can go blame them.
Right.
But anyway, that's all I have today.
Damn,
not much. Oh, it's funny. I sent you a TikTok about they were doing these racist statements that some political person has done, and they're like, "What do you think? Is that racist? 1 to 10, 10, 20?" And they were all done by Joe Biden.
Yeah.
And that's the sad part. People don't really look at things and investigate things. They just take at face value what is said to them. So even with us, please don't take us with this face value. Go check it out yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, and then if we're wrong, tell us we're wrong. We'll still post it, but I'm just kidding.
No, we ain't.
No, it's just important to know that the market is the market, and what's going on. Yes, it can affect you, but you need to keep moving and not worry about it.
What's this one on the very bottom?
Average number of bid. Which one?
No, the very, very bottom. If the Fed expresses a less hawkish stance and acknowledges the progress seen in CPI inflation, the bond market may react.
Meaning what they're saying is, okay, we've seen how, instead of being aggressive, they're not, we wanted originally
taking a good look at it.
Yeah. And say, okay, the thing, it's already moving the way we think it's moving. Yeah. We're already going that way. We don't need to do anything. That's one thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just originally when they didn't do anything because, inflation was, what was it called? Statutory or whatever they used to call it, chicken fried rice. the issue is the fact that they didn't do anything for so long, and then they finally did, and
Yeah.
then they were so far behind the 8 ball, which I understood. This is a 50-50 chance on getting it right. You don't have it right. Most Fed people never gotten it right. Right? They've never done it right. So
Well, they took an aggressive, overreactive stance there for a while. Just, oh God, we got to change this. We got to change this quickly.
if they really want to do it, they should have. The first meeting, we're up 2 points. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like move it fast.
Bam. Done.
But we did go up 4% in 6 months. Some people would say that's fast.
Yeah.
That's pretty fast.
Yeah, 6 months.
But they should have started earlier, and then it would have been so bad. But if you have a government spending and spending and spending and spending and spending and spending, and then you're trying to fix inflation, it doesn't work. You got to have 2 people on the budget, and they were not.
Yeah.
And I'm done.
So this weekend when I was showing property, it was interesting. We had a couple open houses. It's so much easier if the agent's holding it open. And some agents I'd walk in and they're like, "Oh my God, it's just dead. There's nothing."
I thought oh my God, it's Mike Kelly. You're still here.
Yeah. Well, I thought you retired 600 years ago. And in some agents, you walked in and there were 4 or 5 couples in the house already. It was just crazy. And the locations were all really good. And the prices seemed very spot on. So it's hard to say sometimes what's going to drive someone to a certain location.
Same bedrooms?
3 bedrooms, 2 baths.
Open floor plans?
Oh, well, one was a mid-century modern. I want to say actually built in the mid-century, not like mine on Kirkwood that was built in 65, but it's still a mid-century modern.
Most of them were most mid-century built in the 60s, 70s.
50s.
Oh, really?
That's what makes it mid-century. It's the middle of that 100-year. So, but there was real contemporary.
I thought it was a
back
look.
Then. It is also a look.
All right.
So I could build a mid-century modern today.
Correct.
So, but I like to mess around with people. I think you've known that. Anyway, I had agents hold a vacant listing of mine open over from Thursday through Sunday,
and in the evening.
Yeah. Well, think about this: 4 to 6 on Thursday, 25 couples came through. 5 to 7 on Friday, about 30 couples came through. Some were repeat couples from Thursday. Then Saturday, busy. Sunday, busy. Sunday was open from 11 to 3, 2 different agents. Busy, both terms. Let's call them terms. Great location, great neighborhood, interesting home, very interesting. Mid-century modern, built in 65.
It's close enough.
Yeah. So, activity is rampant out there. Buyers are just
there's not enough homes.
They're begging to get a home. They're back to will your seller look at a letter from my buyers? Sure.
I'll give you a hamburger for a home today.
Gladly pay you Tuesday for your home today.
And that's the sad part is there's just not enough homes. Yeah. And we're not going to get more homes so all the homes right now, pretty much, I can't say all of them. That's the absolute. Divorce sales, deaths,
life events.
Like huge life events,
yeah.
Major change life events. Not in so much I'm getting married and not so much. Stop moving me. Stop it. Don't do that. All right. So it's just that's the way it is, and there's nothing we can. So you don't have the move up buyers. You don't have the I need another bedroom because we're having a baby coming. They don't want to pay $1,000 more a month for payment.
Right.
So you're not seeing those. So you're only seeing the major changes, and that's the issue.
Right.
Or new home sales, right? But there's not enough new home sales. When you have a development of 300 homes and you're only putting 10 on each month, you know what I mean? There's not enough homes.
Residential resale will never keep up with the demand. It just can't.
Well, it used to.
Yeah, when you had interest rates in the 8s and stuff like that, people would move because they were going to get an interest rate that was similar to what they had or a little bit lower. Right now, like you and Adam say, we got the golden handcuffs with the 2% to 3% interest rates. So people don't want to leave that. They do want to leave. They do want to move. They do want to take advantage of a buy up. Since I don't think prices are going to be coming down anytime soon. So it'd be smart to purchase now if you really want to buy up, so you're not spending as much money as you will later when interest rates drop.
Right. You can't catch it by waiting for the rates to drop.
Yeah.
Because if you wait for the rates to drop, your payment is going to be pretty close to the same, because of the fact that you now are paying, 60 grand more for the house.
Right.
And that's what people don't understand. You're going to pay more for the house because the rates are lower and values are going up because more people are coming out. We don't have enough inventory. We won't have enough inventory for years. This is the new norm for a very long time.
Yeah. And it's sad to say that, the only thing that I want to be normal is the setting on the dryer. We as a society can't be complacent with the amount of inventory we have. We need to help create new inventory, whether that be high density residential, custom condos, because you're taking up less land, you're putting more property, more
That's
homes.
not the issue, though. The issue is our government involved
Well,
with how to build things
and
how long it
capital
takes.
facilities fees and the red tape.
They jump through the hoops. Yeah.
Someone was telling me, John Medeiros, a buddy of mine who was at Rotary last Thursday, he was telling me that there's an investor that's been trying to get a project off the ground, and I think he's thousands and thousands and thousands, like hundreds of thousands of dollars into it, and still doesn't have approval. And it's been going on for, I want to say he said 2 or 3 years.
Yeah, it takes forever.
It's ridiculous.
And then it just to even get to start, and then we need this survey, we need this. Think about downtown Food Fix when they bought this place next door, which was what was that? It was not burger place, but that's what I used to eat in every time I go in there.
Yeah,
it's still not open because of all the cities.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. So that's been months and months and months.
And it's still not. What's the holdup? Is it ADA?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I just know that's the issue.
Yeah.
We need our government out of the way.
In that position to be able to handle.
We need to cut the regulations down. We don't need so much regulations. We're not, the only time you need that is when, they didn't regulate smoking forever, but they regulate building homes horribly.
Yeah.
Right. Or fentanyl. What are they doing? Oh, nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the child, all the stuff that coming across the border and all the kids getting thrown into sex trades and all that stuff. What are they doing about that? Well, finally, Juan Alanis, they put the whole thing together to get that changed to something different. But for years, no one cared.
Right. Because a lot of them were probably the customers.
I don't want to get into that.
Yeah, I know.
But anyway, I'm just saying we need less them focus on where they don't need to focus on, and focus on where you really need to focus on, which is our children. Not telling them that they're a certain thing, but just helping them not get thrown into sex trades.
Hey, how about help them just be children?
Yeah, they got too much on their mind right now.
Okay.
They don't need any extra stuff. All right, I'm done bitching.
I'm done.
Right.
We're not done bitching. We're done bitching right here.
All right, everybody.
We'll still bitch.
Yeah, everybody make it a great day.
Make it a great Monday.
Yeah, and we'll be back tomorrow.
Yes, we will.
All right, make it a good one. Thanks for being here, Mike.
Thanks for having me, Ed.
My pleasure. And thank you for watching. If there's anything else you want us to talk about, or if you have any comments, please make them. But remember, you have to give authorization to StreamYard before you make a comment, or we won't see it. And you can find me at Ed Parcaut everywhere, and you can get Mike Kelly.
Someplace.
Yeah, some way.
2 places.
Pizza. Is it? Where are you? P-Wex?
Pizza Warehouse.
Yeah.
P-Wexers.
Yeah.
You see me there.
Yeah, a lot.
Did someone put Vaseline on my camera?
No one.
Look how smooth my skin looks.
Oh, that's just age. You must have worked out this morning.
Nope.
Oh, well, go get it. Do it.
All right.
Maybe that's it. Stop working out.
Oh,
All right. Make it a great day.